Here she comes.
Hello.
Hey, boo! How are you? One video already.
Hey.
Congratulations,
I'm rooted. Hey. Brown skin.
girl.
Rooted. Hey.
I'm feeling rooted and blessed today
Yes.
thanks to you giving us
Oh,
another anthem to celebrate our blackness,
yes.
and just, how phenomenal it is to be black in America right now. So let's talk about
Amen.
it. Talk about the meaning. There's so many meanings in one song, in one video. You just blessed us.
Yeah, thank you so much. Firstly, I'm really proud. I'm really proud of the love that everyone's showing so far, and it means a lot to hear you say those words because ultimately that's my goal. Is I want to touch every boss, black woman, young girl, black and brown young girl around the world, to let them know that they are that girl.
Yes.
Um, and I'm super proud of this record. I got a good chance to work with my good friend Esther Dean all over again.
Amazing.
She sent me the record, and I also ended up co-writing a little bit with her. But also, I want to give love to Stargate. I've always wanted to work with that producing group for a long time, and I finally got the chance to work with the fellas. And then there's also Hudson Mohawk, who's also on the record as well, who helped produce it too. So I want to give love to the creative team. But with the visual, I really it was unique for me because, as you guys know, I was pregnant. I was in my
Amazing.
10th month of pregnancy, and feeling every bit of 10 months.
You
My
didn't look
hip was
like it in
hurting.
that video.
Oh my gosh, thank you so much.
You're welcome.
I did my best to make it like I wasn't feeling no pain, but I was in pain. My hip
Girl.
was hurting, my pelvic bones is on fire. But I was really committed to making the best video that I could to support the record. And I shot pretty much mostly everything at my house. I just found really cool areas on my property, to make it all just really find the best spots that would visually jump out. And
Yeah.
guys know, because we're in quarantine and COVID times, I had a very limited crew with me. I want to shout out all my dancers, that were part of this, because we had to capture dancers in LA, Atlanta, and New York. And I got to give a lot of credit to the creative team. I can tell you, this crew was pretty much predominantly all powerful black women, or
Love
women
it.
of color. And shout out to Annie Bursey, a young up and coming director who I believe has incredible vision. I created this with her. And then also my good friend Jamaica Craft, who I've known since I was a baby in this. She was also one of the creative directors on this project. But she helped with like the direction of the dancers. We were in this thing together, also editing this video together. I literally have been breastfeeding and editing this
At
video.
the same time?
Yes, that's been my
Amazing.
life. It's been nonstop. And I also want to shout out my best friend, Yolanda Frederick Thompson. I know a lot of my fans know her. She did the makeup. Kaya Wright did the hair. Brandon Hicks, who is a phenomenal. Also, I got to shout out the fellas, a powerful black man as well, who shot the photos for the video. But I mean, it was just a phenomenal effort from everyone, and I'm so proud to know that everyone's loving it.
Yeah.
It's been I've been really, just, I can say, committed, determined. I'm going to post up a BTS video tomorrow where you will see I was in labor having to approve the song
Oh my
because the schedule was what it was. Like with turn-ins, you had to turn things in.
right.
And who would have known I would end up in that position, but I had to like hear the music. No one knew I was in labor, but I was listening at one point in time to the song, approving the record, in the same part of all of it. So I mean, it's been an incredible, memorable experience that I will forever cherish. It marks a very special time in my life, and also a special time in the world.
Yeah,
Time in
absolutely.
the
And I
world. Yeah.
love to hear you talk about the love for everyone involved and the teamwork. You can feel that love and that passion coming through in the video for what you're saying and how important it is for you
Mhm.
to have young black men and women, queens and kings, feel
Yes.
rooted in who they are. And that is really conveyed, and it was seamless.
Absolutely. No, I thank you for that. I mean, I wrote a message at the end and just saying, the truth is, and I've always believed this, that the gender, or the color of your skin will never limit how far you can go in life.
Mhm.
And everything that you need to survive and thrive is rooted in you. And I think
Absolutely.
it's so important for people to know that and to be reminded of that. Celebrate your uniqueness. Celebrate that beautiful melanin, that thing that sets you apart, and we all have, I can say, as a culture, we have special gifts. We have a special gift to inject soul into the universe and to inject a unique feeling that really sets us apart, you know?
Yeah.
And so you got to embrace that and know that, right? And believe in that and be empowered by that, you know, and stay committed because of it, you know? So that was really important to me. So honestly, it means a lot to hear you say how you've been receiving it, you know, because it was a lot of passion poured into the record and the visual.
And we can see your power, right? As a woman, as a wife, as a mother, a sister, a daughter. So I'm curious, Ciara, when did you feel rooted as a Black woman? What was that moment for you?
I think I've had several moments. I can say a very distinctive moment for me was just seeing how, by the power of believing in myself and committing to my vision with creating my own record company, my own label, my own entertainment company, Beauty Marks Entertainment, was a game-changing moment for me. And then also, you know, as some of you guys may know, it's been a blessing to, you know, be pretty much first female woman of color to have ownership in a major league soccer team with the Sounders here in Seattle. And obviously Russell, him as well, as a Black man as well. Both of us, we have ownership in the Seattle Sounders. And there's moments like that, you know, you pinch it's not you pinch yourself, but you go like, you do kind of pinch yourself. Actually, you do, because it's like, you know, it's bucket list type of things that are happening.
Yeah.
But it lets you know what you're capable of by simply believing, right? And you believe, and you got everything it takes. You know, you just have to believe in it and know it, and be empowered by it. So there's moments like that. Obviously being able to plant new seeds, put out new, you know, create new seeds and bring them into this world with my 3 babies, knowing the strength of what that is and the gift of what that is, right? And how I feel after every baby that I've had thus far, I feel even more empowered, even more capable, even more motivated, even more determined to go after what I want to do. And I was just saying to someone the other day that, excuse me, that your hotness, like for me, the hotness level meter has to go up another level. Like it has to literally be like, okay, now I got 3 precious angels that I've been able to bring to this world. I have to only continue to level up. You know, so there's moments like that, you know, true real life moments that remind you of like how you're rooted, and everything that you need is rooted in you.
Right there in our hearts.
Right.
And you know, you don't shy away racial tension and what we need to feel as Black people in America. You know, Breonna Taylor, making sure we continue to say her name. And I really appreciate that. And as a mom of 3, you know, all moms right now and all Black women are like, what do we tell our babies? How do we move on, right? How are you going to talk to them about just the world that we're in and what it means to be Black in this world?
You know, I think the best thing is to continue to give them the tools that they need, you know, and you read things as your kids grow, because kids are really smart. You know, my daughter's 3 and Future's 6. So he's 3-year-old. She don't really know exactly what's going on.
Ciara,
6-year-old and also 6-year-old young Black boy.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of sensitivity to that. And Future's very smart, very aware. So I think, you know, it's important to know where your kids are mentally, and then find that best moment to talk to them in depth about things. And excuse me, that's such a pure, innocent thing that that kids, they have. And I don't ever want to take that away. I want for my son to always know that he can be and do whatever he wants to do if he believes in it. And, you know, I'll say that a lot because I've kind of really embraced that idea of all it takes is one person to believe in that person is you when you want to achieve anything. And I think that, you know, as much as we can protect that and, you know, encourage them to know who they are, what they have. And then when time comes and he gets older, we talk about what you do.
Right.
Right. So I think that you have to know where your kids are mentally and know, you know, and kind of read it and then know what information you want to give them to empower them, to educate them, to, you know, enlighten them on how they can thrive and survive in the world. You know, so that's kind of how I look at it. But I will say the foundation here in our house, you know, it's really important to us to, you know, make sure we're planting, like I said in the video, planting seeds of love, you know, planting seeds of faith, planting seeds of hope, God and Jesus is up in the mix up in his house too,
Oh,
you know, because if we have him at the foundation, and we have them, God and Jesus at the foundation of it all, we're also empowered. We're empowered by that. I actually shared this song on my Instagram story the other day by Tasha Cobbs, by my friend Tasha Cobbs, and it's a song called "You Know My Name." And it's a powerful thing when you know that God knows your name, you know, when you know that Jesus knows your name. Like when you know that, at that
yeah.
point, can't nothing stop you. And even if it feels like something is, it never is when you have them. So, you know, those are a few of the things that I kind of focus on, and like, or we focus on in our house. And I think about, you know, as it relates to that.
And the hope and the positivity, like you mentioned, Ciara, that is so important. Those are the seeds for the future, right? That we all want to live in.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about your baby win, your last pregnancy. Like, I feel like I watched it like 5 times and I was like, can we get a prayer for our knees? Because I can't do that move after I have a cheeseburger. And here you were, like 3 days away, right? A few days
Too.
away,
Yeah.
too. And you're out here giving us, you know, classic Ciara dance moves. And so tell me about your pregnancy and that journey, because obviously you stayed healthy and happy.
Yeah, thank you so much. I did my best to. I will say, you know, being pregnant in COVID is not easy.
Right.
You know, it's a good challenge.
Yeah.
But it can be easier if you kind of have things that you want to focus on to get you through it. So what carried me through my journey in this era thus far, even now, it was really fun kind of assisting my kids along with their remote class sessions, you know, the Zoom classes. I'm like, basically, I can be a teacher's assistant now. I got that unlocked. I worked out down to like my 3 weeks left before delivery. You know, I just did things to keep myself active. I kept my meetings going for my businesses, for my company. I stayed like busy going after things that I wanted to do and that I knew I wanted to continue even after I had baby Win.
Right.
So I really kind of filled my schedule up with things to keep me like active and to keep me, you know, energized and like feeling like I'm doing something. Because otherwise, being pregnant during COVID, it feels like the days are going so slow.
Yeah, I
It's
bet.
like, okay, so, you know, like, what do I do? Like, I use the Talladega Nights reference. Like, what do I do in my hands? Like, what do I do? You know, it's like, okay, how do I fill up this time? And before I knew it, it was time to deliver. You know, but it was really fun for me staying, you know, also staying active with like making this video for Rooted, you know,
Yeah.
things like that kept me going. It brought me joy. It also like reminded me of like just how capable we are, like just how much we really can do it all as a woman, you know, as a mom. Like I just kind of thrive off of stuff like that, like knowing that I've got all these things going on and I'm still capable with all of it going on, right? There's something
Right.
about that that makes you feel like, yeah, like she Rooted, she got it. You know what I'm saying?
We are superhuman. Black women are superhuman
We
in all the
are
best ways.
very
You know,
powerful.
and it is amazing. And it's interesting to hear you talk about like that downtime and keeping your mind busy and focused on the positive. I've heard a lot of Black women say like they're journaling and really digging within and learning new things about themselves. What have you learned about yourself, Ciara, the wife, the mother, you know, the friend during coronavirus?
I feel like my kid's about to fly up in this office right now. What have I learned about myself? Man, I've learned that again, we're capable. I've always said that we're built for everything that we go through.
Yeah.
You know, everything we're built for it. God has equipped us with it all. You know, there's nothing we really can't make it through.